26th Decoding One Step Beyond. Episode The Voice. Excuse the audio says the wrong episode name. There are 3 audio talks to this decoding, posted separately. The main ideas of what is said is from Bobby Hemmett's research.
What do you think a witch should look like?
I wouldn't know. Tall, pointed hat, sunken mouth, nose up.
Betty Randall was 22. She had hair the color of corn, eyes as black as pitch, a figure that set women to screaming with rage. She was brilliant and beautiful. She was burned to death in this house, her own house, because 2 12-year-old girls called her a witch.
You made quite a study of Mrs. Randall, haven't you?
She was my great aunt, 6 generations removed. I had a wish to study her, and I had the time. That's the gift of the sea. Time to read and think.
You were a sailor.
18 years, captain of the China Run. Well, any more questions, Mr. Corning? Or are you now ready to meet Roger?
Roger who? You mean the demon?
Well, the girl keeps Roger in her room now. Come along, I'll introduce you to Goss. Hello, John. This is Mr. Corning. Can we see Roger? Goss? Mr. Corning, Mr. Goss.
Mr. Goss?
Mr. Corning would like to see Roger. Get Roger.
Why?
It's all right. We don't want to look at him.
He's sleeping.
Get him.
You'll take him away from me.
Oh, no, Joe.
Roger,
9.
please come out.
Leave me be. Deja mi solo. Il sei schon. Ich wünsche ein Zimmer mit Bad.
What's that?
Well, first he said in French, it's hot. Then in German, I'd like a room with a bath. He has quite a sense of humor.
Look, I don't understand. Why is he under the sink? Is he a dwarf or deformed or a midget or ugly or something?
None of these things, Mr. Corning. Please bring him out, Joan.
I'm sorry, love. Come on, baby.
Nil consuetudine majus.
What is it? You're not much of a woodsman, Mr. Corning. It's a raccoon.
This is hilarious. A raccoon who speaks 6 or 7 languages? Aye, very funny. Don't the villagers get the joke?
What joke?
Well, it's a trick, of course.
Is it? What are you looking for?
I don't know, a gramophone, something.
You won't find it.
Oh, look, you can't take this seriously. I'm sorry, Joe.
The curious part is that everyone has that same reaction at first.
Even the villagers?
Even the villagers. Then odd things began to happen. Some cows died, a few chickens. Roger said he caused that because they laughed at him.
Well, the nasty little fella.
Then the children died. Roger said he caused that, too.
What children?
A boy and a girl. One was drowned, the other was gored.
How did Roger come here in the first place?
I trapped him. I gave him the little girl for a pet.
All right, you must have an explanation. What is it?
Mr. Corning, does the term possession mean anything to you?
I suppose you mean that nonsense about an evil spirit entering the body of somebody living?
Someone or something?
I hope we're not back to Betty Randall.
What do you think, Mr. Corning?
Bonne nuit. Je suis fatigué.
Oh, poor Roger. Good night, love.
Morning.
Welcome to another episode of What I Learned from Bobby Hemmett. As you know, I just pick up the phone and decide to talk. And I look at many sci-fi movies, and TV shows, but sometimes I would just say movies just to not have to be too wordy, you know? So anyway, what is a movie? It's a longer TV show, okay? It's the same thing. So, I get I don't know, this stuff is cooking on my brain too much. Because I'm looking at some new sci-fi that I'd never looked at before, okay? And now I've OD'd on them, okay? I've looked at every single one of them now. And I'm always hungry to look up something more because this stuff is very riveting. I mean, they don't make things like this anymore that make you think about what is the meaning, what is the message. They don't give you surprises at the end of things anymore. Now everything is CGI, shoot 'em up, bang bang, murder, action hero bullshit, you know. And stuff that's so unreal, it's just constant killing, just constantly somebody shooting up all these people and the bad guys shooting back at the good guys and the good guys never get shot, you know? I can't, you know, I can't watch that kind of stuff. But I see how the level of movie making has just gone down to crap, really, you know? They're not, you know, it's just real crap. But anyway, I looked at these old black and white. Okay, the old black and white. And at one point, I did look at this, and I was like, oh, this is boring. But whatever the case, I've come back around to it, and I found some that are interesting, and I realized, okay, this is not a whole new category, but it's not the Twilight Zone. It's like before all of those, okay? One step beyond. So what is it? It's kind of like mystery sci-fi, you know? I guess you can say it's mystery sci-fi. Anyway, or mystical mystery sci-fi, because the word mystery comes from mystical. Anyway, you got to look up this series called One Step Beyond. I'm telling you, these people are great storytellers. Let me just give them credit. But the stories are always coming from you because there's no way they could be that creative. Impossible. You know, all of these movies that you watch that are about superheroes, superpowers, sci-fi, fantasy, Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, all of these really fantastical movies. And when I was a kid, I thought, wow, how do they think of these things? And now I fucking know. They get in a powwow room, a think tank, literally a think tank, and they come up with every possible scenario that could be a metaphor for your melanin, and then they retell the same mythology of the hero, heroine, good guy, bad guy, seeking knowledge. That's what all these stories are. Always seeking knowledge. And there's a good guy and a bad guy, and there's a hero, and then there's always a lost boy, the lost prince, the lost king, the person that doesn't know they have a kingdom, the person that doesn't know they come from royalty. All that shit's talking about you. The person that doesn't know that they are superhuman. The person that doesn't know they have superpowers. The person that doesn't know they're really a witch, which means wise one, which comes from Wicca. The last most recent word that, a modern word that we can know, or I can know, is Wicca, which is people that knew the natural sciences of nature. That's all. So when Rome decided to, and Rome is your religious mafia, basically, to say it descriptively. It's your religious mafia, which are the people that run the world. And how do they do it? By religion. They make sure nobody knows what's in the book of somebody else. They make sure that everybody makes the other group of people their enemy. And then they chop it up into all these different religions. And you're going to go to hell and I'm going to go to heaven. And my God is the only one. Such fuckery. If you got rid of religion, the world would be 50% better. Only 50% better. Because you still have the fucked up money system. So anyway, can I get to what I'm trying to say? All right. And this time I hope that what I'm saying is going to be short. Because I just saw, you know what? I love to watch these so much that I am going back and I'm trying to find something that I didn't watch from this One Step Beyond series. And then, of course, there's at least 10 videos I still need, that I could make. It's not that I'm going to make it, because that's just, if I was getting paid to do this, that would be great. But I need to be doing something that helps me, whatever, But there's so many that I already decoded. But it's a matter of how can I present it? Taking the time to re-record the footage, and find the exact clip. Or cut the clips up to give you an abbreviated summary of the show. So I can really illustrate it to you instead of just talking to you about it. Because most people, they're not going to watch this. But if I inserted the clips, then you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. So anyway, I'm going to insert the clip on this one. Because it's short, but this will knock you away. This is I'm going to tell you, there's only maybe 3. There's 3 sci-fi that I've seen that are so overwhelming and supernatural and hidden that it's like I could probably think of just 3 that not really challenged me, but when I figured it out, like this one with the raccoon, I knew what it was about. But now I just settled on it for sure. That, okay, I can make a video about it. Okay. So anyway, maybe there's 3. There's 3 sci-fis in different TV shows that are the top elite, most powerfully hidden messages ever created. They're like the most brilliant. They are the most brilliant mystical presentations of occult information that are so, it's not even clever. It's just stupendous. I mean, there's no word for it. Whoever created this episode, they deserve more than an Academy Award. And I know Academy Awards are for actors, because that's a job well done for fooling the masses and creating chaos and fuckery in future generations by people watching the bullshit that the actor portrayed. They did something that portrayed a character that will live in the subconscious minds of future generations. And if a black person got that Academy Award like Halle Berry did for her disgusting movie with what is that guy's name? Whoever that guy was married to, Angelina Jolie. I never watched that movie at all, and I will never watch that movie, but Bobby Hemmett mentioned it. She got the Academy Award because she did the most despicable, and she portrayed loving the master no matter what. And let me put a period on that. Okay. Any black person that's gotten an award, they've done a supreme job of showing black people in the most degrading way possible in the minds of the entire fucking world, who will watch that movie for generations to come when it gets syndicated. When it gets syndicated and it's even at the level of being trickling down to being on regular TV. And then people are going to see that shit and they're going to think that about every fucking black person. So when you got Denzel being a fucking gangster, when, you know, they love to tell the slave story, you know, overweight, angry person, you know the stereotypes. All right, let's get back to this here. Because anything I say is relevant and valid, okay? You open your mind, you can learn something. Or it can provoke you to think about something at least. Oh, man, how can I start with this shit? I'm not pre-thinking this. I just grab the phone and I'm like, I just watched this. So I'm like, talk about it right now. Even though I got like at least 2 audios lined up that I should be making a video for. Okay, so anyway, this story, first of all, the TV series is called One Step Beyond. And no, I'm not going to detail who the host is, what's his name, and all this other bullshit. You look it up, you're going to see the screen, and it's just get the one that's black and white. Okay? There's only one of these. There's other variations on this. They will say Next Step Beyond. And I try to look at those. Like, when they try to remake a movie or a TV series, it just doesn't work anymore. The magic is finished. Like, this series has another version in the 70s. And I tried to look at it, but it is just, it's too slow. The magic is missing, but I'm going to push through and try to look and see if I can decode something in there. But most of it is just, it's not saying anything. But I only looked at maybe 2. But I couldn't even finish looking at it. So anyway, One Step Beyond, it's called The Storm. Wait a minute. Is this called The Storm? Wait a minute. Because I'm looking at too many. No, it can't be called The Storm. Excuse me. Gosh, I gotta go back because my screen went to the next one. Sorry. Dang it, now I can't. Let me look in the book now. Dang it. Don't worry, I'm making an organized book now. I'm making an organized book, so I wrote up the topic. This topic is related to languages. So, excuse me, I was already looking at another sci-fi movie. All right, so this is called Where Are They? Where are they? That is the episode. Where are they? How do I start? Okay. First, I'm going to ask you some questions. Okay? Hopefully in this video that I'm making right now, this talk right now, I will put the video first. And then I'm just going to fucking talk about it. I'm not even going to show you the thing again. Fuck it. Put the video in the beginning. You'll be mystified. And then now you're going to hear me talking. So let me stop this audio so I can put it in parts.